This is the third game in a series of 6 against the same opponent. After the first 2 games, I decided to switch to a more positional opening, and I played g3. d5, bishop here, e6, d3, and just a normal kind of development for both sides. This is dead set equal. Trying to tempt him into pushing on d4 here. He castles, which is a good move. Position is equal. e4. Now you'd never guess what's going to happen in this game if you judge from this very, very kind of quiet opening and relatively closed. Now he pushes there, I attack, so he defends. Here the positional way is to actually undermine the center this way, and it's slightly better for white, but nothing magical. h3. He decided to move his bishop away from the e7 square in defense of this pawn, and also presumably to try to stop f4 in the future, but that's not clear. g4. Now, of course, this move would have to, since he cannot play f5 immediately, this move will have to come with g6 followed by f5, which in my opinion is actually weakening his position. Now g3, g6 as predicted, and now we've got bishop here, which forces knight e7. And now just, of course, c3 is always on the card as a way to undermine the center. But here I just played queen d2. Now the bishop comes back to e7. Now this has been a constant with my opponent's play in the 3 games so far, of not being able to have a set plan and moving his pieces accordingly. Instead, he seems to be very reactive and only have a very short-term look at a short-term sight of the position. So here I decided to go on a very, very speculative and probably unsound sacrifice. f4. Now the idea is to cause my opponent some problems. He goes back, which is okay. Now push on f5, and of course, as you can see, there's a few interesting themes here. It's not yet on, but it might be in the future. He goes to, that's a fishing expedition. And so I let him take the piece, but I'll go here. Of course, he can't afford to take here, because I would capture here with a lot of trouble for him on dark squares. Interestingly enough, had he taken here, I was intending to give up the exchange, which in my view is justified because of the weaknesses on dark squares. But of course, justified against this opponent. I would not play this if a grandmaster was playing black. So I decided to go like that and give up the rook, which I have no intention of taking actually. Instead I play this. So that further complicates things, and it's an interesting scramble. The best move for him is possibility to come back here and grab this pawn, which is quite dangerous. Instead, well, that's actually what he played, but now I take here. I have a check. The king goes there, and now another sacrifice. Now this is a sacrifice aimed at exploiting the potential pin of the bishop on the f file. He takes, and now just g5, threatening rook takes. The assessment of this position by the computer engine is that black is only slightly better. But now I take, and I go here. Now this has all sorts of potentials. The first one is to take the piece, but the other one is also to move behind here and play rook f7 check. And as you would expect with this opponent, now is the giveaway time. So he had a game that could be defended by playing probably here, which is a good move. And I would give the rook. I would play just rook back here. Perfectly good game, and instead he just self-destroys and give the knight away. Now he gives with check, and the rook goes here with check, and the rook goes here with check, and suddenly he's gone from a position that could be defended to being checkmated. So there's a lot to learn in this game about how quickly the pendulum can swing.